Welcome, Libras, to your 2022 Equinox reading. And of course, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going into the Fall Equinox, and in the Southern Hemisphere, we're moving into the Spring Equinox. So this reading is going to be all about the energies that the Creator wants you to know about for that 3-month period. And we will start off here by pulling a card from the Energy Oracle. Now, all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. Give these a good shuffle. All right, so this is going to represent what energy that you're coming into the equinox with. So for our Libras, what energies do you want them to be aware of that they're bringing into this equinox period? So this is going to be your card, and you have the sun. Beautiful, beautiful, bright, cheery, successful, vibrant, victorious kind of energy. And this is new beginnings, of course, and great creativity. So the sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. So just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for a new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or the writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and into your mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So definitely positive, creative, abundant, new beginning energy coming in for this. We will dig deeper here for you, of course. So we'll look in here first at the Runic Tarot and just give these a shuffle, get their energy activated. And I will be pulling a few piles with this one, and I'll explain them as I'm going here. So first, we're going to pull a couple cards before here, which represent what was happening before that is bringing you in with this energy. What has sparked this energy at this time for you? So for our Libras, what would you like them to know? Okay, they do want that one and that one. Actually, that one too. And then we're going to pull some cards down below here, which represent messages and hints from your shadow. And your shadow is a piece of you. It's your tour guide. It knows what's going on behind the scenes, below the surface, and it's going to let you know what it wants you to know about these next 3 months that are coming forward. So how's this energy going to unfold, and what they want you to know about this equinox period for you. So for our Libras, shadow, what would you like them to know? Okay, they want that one. No, they didn't want those. Nope, they said not those. So what else? Okay. Any others? Okay, so 3 down below there. And then up here represents messages from Spirit, from all that posse of support that you have on the other side about the 3 months that are unfolding. So what would you like them to know? Our Libras, please. Okay, and then 2 for up here. And then we'll get to these in just a moment, but we'll start over here and see what sparked this beautiful sun energy. And you have the 3 of Pentacles coming in, which represents that you had these nudges of being and expressing the authentic you. 3 is the number of creativity too, so you definitely have like this better idea of what your dream is for the world, how you uniquely want to express yourself out to the world. So it makes total sense that this has sparked this creativity. It's allowed you to not look to outside people, whether they're the naysayers that are like, you shouldn't do it that way, and blah, 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 or the people who are supporting you going, yeah, you're going to do so great. Have you ever thought of doing it this way? You're not really taking a lot of advice and opinions from the outside world, or you didn't. And that's what allowed you to really connect in to your authenticity and express yourself in your own unique way. Yeah, fool's journey. So you definitely were ready to leap off and be yourself, be your own, headed off on your adventure, the new you, new beginnings. So you definitely have stepped off into this place where you're not afraid to make that leap off the cliff into this new adventure, this new area of life that you're wanting to head off into. So I love that. And then you have temperance. So you learned patience. You learned not to rush things and really balance things out and temper yourself, where you, it's like that before, if you were being drawn into all these different directions, that you learned really about yourself. And now, Libra, hello, this is you, right? Temperance, the balancers, the scales, this beautiful balancing of things. You really got in tune with yourself. That makes sense. Authentic self, yourself. The Fool also could represent your soul. So you really have got this wonderful attunement to who you are and what you want to do with the world. And next we will look down here to see what your shadow wants to tell you about these next 3 months. What are you going to do with this energy? What does it want to let you know about it? Yeah, and you have the Judgment card here. So Judgment card, you can see it's card number 20, double endings, double new beginnings, but it's also about heeding the call of your higher self, really coming into this awareness of who you really are, that you're so much more than the human side of you, which I feel is what you discovered, that you are this actor behind this character that you're playing, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. It's who you are. And this beautiful connection, this relationship that you're building with your higher self is just going to be expanded upon throughout this next 3 months. Yeah, and you have the Four of Cups here. So you definitely are growing really bored with the outside world and realizing even more so during these next 3 months, just how unfulfilling it is. I mean, you can see he's leaned up against here, and here's those 3 cups of the outside world that are supposed to make you feel emotionally full, right? Relationships, situations in your body, and things. But, relationships, people change, people pass away, so relationships just feel unstable and not fulfilling, the earthly ones anyway, for very long, if at all. And situations like jobs, education, social status, just circumstances you can get into, they're ever changing, so they become unreliable and empty. And then, of course, our bodies and things, our possessions, all those things break down, deteriorate, are stolen, and they definitely are not fulfilling for the long term. So what happens, with the boredom that they have, here up above comes the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups comes from above, like all of this stuff. It's the Holy Grail. It's the chalice. It's full of the unconditional love of the Creator of all things, of the spirit world from whence we come. And so you're given during this period of time extra doses of that unconditional love to where you are filled up with it. That's why this number 4, 4s are very solid, stable numbers. And with it being with your cups, which are emotions, during these 3 months, you really get a solid emotional foundation, emotional stability. So I love that coming in here. And then you have the Ace of Wands. So on the other extreme of it, you have this fire that's just burning within you, this beautiful new passion, new desire, new energies, new spiritual energies that come in with all this too. So you definitely have this new drive to share these things. I mean, the sun fire energy, brightness. And so you definitely have this coming in, and you're going to be able to wield it in ways you haven't wielded it before. And now let's take a look here and see what your higher self, your spirit guides, your whole spiritual posse have to say about these 3 months. Yeah, you have the 7 cups. Normally this would be like sometimes be interpreted as the confusion of emotions, but I feel like what you're learning here is your power to choose whatever emotion you want. You're no longer feeling like at the whim of the outside world, because you might have been told that when this thing happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When this thing happens, this is how you should feel. It's all you've been told, that all these different rules about feelings and that defining situations, that you have to feel this way when you get it. But now it's like you are being offered all these cups and the power of emotional choice. You're learning and gleaning that and understanding that as you go through these 3 months, that every moment is a choice. It's either an emotional choice of unconditional love tied to the heavenly realms, or it's an emotional choice that is rooted to the human side of things, the fears of losing conditional love. And so you're realizing the power you have in each moment to choose between the two. It doesn't mean that you're going to choose joy, joy, joy 100% of the time, even though you have the sun card here, which is joy, joy, joy. But you realize there's always another choice, that you no longer feel trapped, that I have to feel this certain way, that this variation, you're being given the options and, different types of choices around your emotions. And then you have the 9 of Swords. I know it looks bad, but swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities, your expectations. This is known as the insomnia or nightmare card, and it's because they're almost exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations and those outside things that I was just talking about. So not only do you realize that you're moved to a new level of understanding your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, your understanding about your emotions, and they work very much together. We're emotional beings who think. So when we have emotions, our little emotional center on our left side of our brain is like, I'm scared. And then our left side thinking brain goes, well, let me fix that. In the future, we're going to put all these little laws in place to keep us from being hurt. That is, grow, and the list grows longer, and the list grows longer, and the list grows longer till it's almost impossible to live. But that's during these 3 months is when you're releasing these thoughts, releasing these emotions, realizing that every moment, in addition to this emotional choice, you also get to choose what story you apply to any situation. What does it mean? You get to decide. Well, I was told that that's what it's supposed to mean. Well, you don't have to listen to all that supposed to. That's an opinion. Opinions are like poop holes. Everybody has them. So you don't have to listen to it, because you can have your own, just like they do. Too funny. All right, so we're also going to pull a card here from this wonderful deck, the Seed and Sickle, and it's really cool because it has one deck, but it actually has 2 books. One's for dusk, one's for dawn, and so these are going to represent, I'll pull one card, and then we'll read both the dusk and the dawn side. The dusk side will be what you are leaving, what's falling away, right? Falling away during this equinox, and then what's going to spring up or blossom or sprout in its place. All right, so for our Libras, what would you like them to know that's falling away during this equinox period? Okay, there you go. And you've got the Feverfew. It's a flower, card number 28. Let you see that there. We'll put them right here. So first we'll see what is falling away. So Feverfew is known as a companion plant, as it helps others to grow stronger and healthier simply by being nearby. Its strong scent protecting its allies from insects and other pests. Friends and family have always rallied around you, and now it's time to return some of that support. Someone near to you is struggling, who haven't you heard from for a while. Reach out to them and return some of the love you've received from them in the past. Your own emotional wealth is bountiful now. Be generous with it. Yeah, so what's falling away is this drive that you've had before to keep to yourself, to get caught up so much into your mind. You know, being an air sign, I know I have air in my chart too. So I know I can get so caught up in my mind that I forget about my heart. And this is like you're dropping out of your mind to make room for your heart and for sharing this beautiful, bright energy that you have. Let's see what else is going to replace that. So what is going to pop up? This is actually a fall card, which is pretty funny. This talked about spring. This is a fall flower. So you have both equinoxes represented. It says something unwanted is coming your way, and you'd be best advised to avoid it. The bitterness of feverfew is enough to keep rats and other pests from the door, so learn from its defenses. Don't surrender your progress for the sake of being nice. Be ready to protect yourself and everything that you've worked for. Some things are worth a fight. So I like that because, you know, the thing that's falling away is the block of allowing your emotions to flow and having those connections with individuals, getting out of your mind. But the thing that is blossoming from it all is also the passion, you know, this energy within you that's going to be popping up where you are passionate about standing up for yourself, whereas before you might have like backed off and changed from your authentic self. So with this authenticity thing coming in here, makes total sense that what you've learned and grown through this is you are sprouting where you stand your ground for you. Doesn't mean you have to be a douche about it or be mean, but you are going to stand up and go, no, it's okay. You do you, and I'm going to do me. Well, you should really, like, you know what? I appreciate all that, but I really just I'm going to focus on me. We'll focus on you. And if they push it, no, I really think you should do this. Like, oh, are we talking about what everyone should do? So I get to tell you what you should be doing now? Oh, wait a minute. That's different. All right. And then the last card you're going to pull from here is from the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle. And this is just going to represent you doing this work, you're going through all this. What is it going to end up looking like towards the end of the equinox? Do you get a reward? Or what energy are you left with that you're going to be taking into the next solstice? So just one more time here. All right. So for our Libras, what energy would you like them to be aware of that they're taking into the solstice? Or do they get a reward? Or what else would you like them to know? Okay, they want this one right there. And you do get love. Yay! Look at that. How perfect. Card 45. We'll put that right here. And let's see what they want you to know. So this marker reminds you to show kindness and compassion to all whom you meet on your path, be it a beggar on a street corner, a coworker, a family member, an animal, or a plant whose leaves need pruning. This marker asks you to shift perception from yourself as a solitary person on the earth to one who's part of a living system. Love is what made you. So keep it flowing. Remember to receive love as well. Ask yourself, am I blocking love? This marker reminds you that you are connected to all of life as it is to you, and that you're responsible to be the steward of the love of the God, the goddess. Love is without conditions. It is respectful, mindful, sees all life as sacred, and acts in accordance. Love reminds you that this very planet is a living being. Love is the very essence of the divine in you, and it sees the divine in others. This is the time to see through the eyes of love and always ask before you act. What would love do? The answer will always bring you extraordinary power. This marker is a very fortunate and transformative omen. Perfect. It's exactly what we're talking about here, about opening your heart, right? So this is the energy that is being sprouted and you're going into, that you take into the solstice. I just love this for you, Libras. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and get notified immediately when those videos become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, or you share a video, comment on a video, and definitely subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy happy. It does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and I recently also added a sliding price scale for my recorded personal reading, so you have an option to choose between a variety of different price points for that, so you can choose one that's more in line with your budget. If you are interested in any of those, all that information, of course, is listed in the description box below. All right, Libras, as you go through this amazing equinox, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing journey. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.